let's talk about mounting your side shot to your scope and lining your phone up with it also. So we'll just be using an iPhone 6s Plus, and we've got the side shot here, just slides off right there. Now one method is to take out these 3 screws and line up your phone camera with the center of this right here, okay? And we'll go over that method, but I'm going to show you another one too in this video. One thing I do want to point out is when you mount your scope clamp to your scope, you'll want to move your rings forward enough to give it enough room to be close to the eyepiece of the scope. So as close as you can to this direction is better, all right? So first off, we're going to go ahead and take out those 3 screws right there. I'm just going to use this guy because it's going to be a lot easier. So now we separate them just like that. We're going to just press those ones in for a minute. And on the back here, you got these loosening knobs, okay? Allows this thing to go up and down. This thing, you just turn it and it brings, this way goes up, this way goes down. So clockwise goes down, counterclockwise goes up. And then this, obviously this can move in and out too. So first thing you want to do is to get your phone and put it in here. I don't know if you can see this lining up like this, but we want to get this centered here. So I'm pressing up on the bottom of the phone here to keep it in line with the top there. So got it about centered. Now we can clamp this down on it right here. So clamped it, tighten, 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 and then we will also tighten this one right here. Oops. Okay, so now we've got that in there lined up. We're going to take and screw this back in. And I'm going to use a screwdriver to finish it off. Make sure it's tight. So now we should be pretty close, okay? We've lined it up with the center of that hole. Let's stick it on here. Tighten these down a little bit. I'm going to put the phone in and take a look at it, but I've got to open the window first. Now we'll take our phone, just press the regular camera app. We'll have it on video. It'll be on photo, but just put it on video. And we will slide it in. And we can extend it and then press here. So that's lined us up. Pretty simple, pretty easy to do it that way. And then obviously you can, once you snugged everything up, I just tightened a little bit up here. So the phone, when you pull it in and out, it's just fairly snug. And just make sure all these little knobs on the back are completely tight. There we go. Has a little bit of resistance when you pull it in and out. That's it. So it's all lined up. And then I'll take this last one, bring it in. Now all my knobs on the back are tight. It's going to stay secure. I can slide it in, slide it out. I can also slide this in, and I can also slide it back on like that. So that's a simple way to do it. All right, I want to go over another way to set up your phone on your side shot and line it up without having to take these 3 screws out. You just put your scope clamp on your gun, slide your side shot on there, and then open everything up. As you can see, this slides up and down. This is up really high. This is over to the side as far as it can go, and so is this. This is over this way as far as it can go. We're going to use this bottom piece to set our phone on, and move it up and down, left and right, till we get it centered. Again, I like to have the magnification on maybe a 15 or a 20 when I'm doing this. Then it lines up better on all the powers. But first, we'll just hit our camera app. We'll hit video, and we're going to set it right here. And go up. Okay. So that's too high. See how it's getting dark? So I let it down a little bit. There we go. And if we go left, right, so there we go right there. I'm going to tighten up these bottom screws, and now I'm going to really get my left and right. So go too far left, too far right. That looks right about center. So now I can take and bring this over here. I'll push it back against there, and then I'm going to tighten this down on it. We'll bring this open so you can see a little bit better. Okay, so I've tightened that down. I'm going to bring this against there like that. So now when we pull it out, put it back in, I like it to be a little bit snug on there. Once I've got it snug, I just tighten up all these little tightening knobs in the back so it can't go anywhere. So I know when I put my phone in, it's going to be locked right where it is. But yet I can pull it out, and I can put it back in, and it's going to line up every time. Even if I take it off here, and then put it back on, it's going to line up every time. But that's the two ways you can do it. Really, really simple. Either take the 3 screws out here and get your phone lined up as close to center as you can, or stick the side shot on here, use this bottom piece, move everything out, all the arms, use the bottom piece to go up and down, left and right. Obviously I've made that look really easy because I've done it so many times. It just takes a bit of practice and you can get it right on. But yeah, you're just moving it just little bits till you get it directly centered. And then I'll show you one more thing here. Then that way, with your zoom, you can zoom out, you can zoom in, and it keeps a full circle. So that's it. Pretty simple.